Sky Prophet, baby. One more again, back at you. Hope you're protecting your place and your space. I would say that keeping your eyes on the road. Not losing track of your work. Not losing track of the understanding of yourself. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your eyes peeled for the right things, because Spirit definitely communicating with you. Definitely sending you signs. Is if you in synchronicity with those signs. Is if you paying attention to them signs. Prophet sending you blessings, guidance and protection. Integrity, strength, focus, and understanding. Each individual out there, no exception. Never no exceptions. A lot at play for you. A lot at play within you. A lot at play around you. Keep your mind in a positive state. That way, all that you are, all that's around you, and all that's coming to you, all consist of these positive energies. If only individuals really understood the help, the energies that's there to transform, the energies that's there to back you up, the energies that's there to point the way for you. But in order to even understand that, you gotta understand yourself. You gotta understand the process of things. You gotta realize where humanity has came from, human nature has came from. Then you could begin to understand that it's definitely energies that's assisting you. I mean, really and truly, just take a look around and tell me that you don't see more and more change, more and more individuals making that effort for themselves. More and more individuals beginning to see with clarity. Remember this, man. When you're riding with Source, Spirit, when you're picking in proper steps to align yourself, keep yourself aligned with your purpose, with a purpose. Gotta keep your gloves on, gotta keep your arm on. Even though it might not seem like it, it's gonna always be things trying to stop it. But understanding self, understanding your light, understanding what you stand for, always gonna overcome that. See, it's when individuals don't realize what they hold within themselves, who they are. Then you could be sidetracked. Then you could be led to believe things about yourself that you normally wouldn't. I'll say it like that, you normally wouldn't. So much energy that's here on the planet. You got energies being created, energies that has always been created with that, say that third energy, that catalyst. You got your energies from last lifetimes. You even got the energies that you've transformed and transmuted. through this process of life. Find God. Find the truth. Find God, you find the truth. Everybody got to come to this understanding, though. It's one supreme, one source, one most high. Until you get around to that understanding, it's going to forever be lessons for you. Because what you're being led and guided into is you understanding the God in yourself, but also not being egotistical, like it's all you, like all the energies is you, like you don't have, say, an infinite creator. Have to come around to that understanding for yourself. Many individuals, you say, awaken. Many individuals open their eyes, come within understandings, but not everybody gets to that understanding that is just one source. That's because you always heard all of these different stories about God and the devil and all of these gods, all of these deities, and you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You got to look at that just as you viewing your reality, your world, the way things is now on the planet. It was the same thing back then. Just because you had an individual that had their eyes open, knew a few things, doesn't mean everybody was walking around, was flying around everywhere. It doesn't mean everybody was into their full power. It was individuals tapping into themselves, just as you do. Now, definitely less distractions. Therefore, less distractions is more of a focus for an individual. It's more of a focus. Everything is changing. I remember when, actually I was locked up when it happened, but coming from 1999 to 2000, people was going to take their money out of the banks and people thinking that everything going to shut down, world ending, because individuals had never seen that one ever change over, to the 2000s. But if you do the numerology on it, 1999, it's 9 times 3, that's 27, plus 1, 28. 2 plus 8 is what, 10? So that's a 1. That was new beginnings, is what it was. And when it shifted into the 2000s, it should have let individuals understand. Individuals didn't realize it then, but you can now. When it hit 2000s, that was two. That was duality. So you actually was coming into a new understanding of the duality. You remember Prophet said about how deep you are within the duality. How you can assess it and process things along with these patterns that you picked up. 2000 is where it actually started. The shift didn't happen till it would have to be like 2012. That would be a 5. That's when the shift changed. They got a couple of other little things they call like the precession of the equinox. They got these different cycles. But if you truly pay attention, all of these cycles are letting individuals understand consciousness, the shift of things, how things switch, how the trajectory of things move. Slightly over here and there. But it's all to bring you into these places that you're in now. Remember that. Everything is in accordance with you. All of these energies on the planet has to be aligned with certain things. That's how things happen. So you went from 2012 and now you could say you in the 7, that's the spiritual harmony. Therefore, next year, that's going to be that 8. That's going to be you being abundant within your spirituality. And when individuals say abundant, individuals are always thinking of money, and it's so many things to be abundant in. You have so many different aspects of yourself. You know, you could be abundant in love, abundant in wisdom, abundant in caring, information. There's so many different things. So take your mind off of just money, because then you circle back around to that what? That root of all evil type of thinking. You understand the possibilities of things. That abundance in money, that's a linear way of thinking. You know, that's a one-track mind. And you so much more than that. What's happening now, the reason why you are able to catch on to things, I say quicker, faster, is because of the collective consciousness. Individuals are picking up these understandings as a collective. So some things that might have been challenging to you to understand in the old energy is easy within this energy right here. That's because of your vibration and frequency. So what we actually doing is we embedding, we programming these new patterns within the consciousness. These patterns of individuals opening their eyes and it being mandatory to be thankful, to understand that you're blessed, to know things working for you, to know you're not alone. All of these type of things. And many others though, but you know, that's just a couple of them that we instilling within the consciousness of everybody. So some things you run across, you know, like I said, the old energy might have been hard for you to process it. But now, with the enlightenment that you're coming into, you can process it with more information to come into a better understanding. Then you got that guidance, that God within yourself, that'll affirm that for you or cancel it out for you. If you thinking things is to help you, 9 out of 10 it is to help you. The thing with individuals is individuals not used to, say that, stepping out on faith, taking that plunge. Individuals not used to that because the old energy didn't provide that for you. You know, that old energy, I'm not saying you didn't move along, but you definitely was stagnant in every move that you made. Some form of stagnant because you wasn't sure of things. We already want things when we ask for it. So just that alone creates an imbalance till you learn and understand that time ain't real. See, if you can gather that in your head that time ain't real, then you can wait. Then you understand it's just more at play. It's more at play. And since I'm talking about time ain't real, That's what allows you to age. You're counting these birthdays. You're keeping up with the times. Every year is changing, so every year you supposedly getting older. You're gonna get to a certain age. Your mindset gonna tell you you're done. You ain't got that much left in you. That's patterns also. But I want you to realize this. Your soul always has been. No beginning, no end. You don't have an age to you. You don't have an age to you. You're not meant to age. The only reason a vessel ages is because of the consciousness. Is because that's what individuals are aware of. That creates this stress, that creates this confusion, that creates this cliche. I'm sick. I don't feel good and this and that. A lot of these things, like especially now, a lot of these little aches, these little day or two phases that you go through with your body or not understanding what's wrong, is actually your body just shifting to the frequency, to the vibration. If you just get you a tablet and write down your schedule, what you eat, like what you've been doing, what you've been paying attention to, where you've been wanting to go, those type of things, desires, it's not gonna add up. It's not gonna match up with the things you did in the old energy. Prophet can guarantee you, you're gonna have some of the same patterns, but you're not eating the same thing. You don't have them same desires. See, since the collective consciousness has risen, the planet is rising, vibration of the planet rising. See, since that's happened, so many individuals are becoming better, picking up that desire. It's easier for a lot of other individuals to just step into their purpose. It's a lot easier for a lot of individuals just to get it, and it's not like you ain't been knew God was awake, but it's a different type of getting it that you get now with this consciousness. So you truly just going from a place of not understanding yourself and what's around you to understanding that you got signs and guidance almost with every part of your being, every part of your reality in some form or fashion. Everywhere you go, every individual you talk to, all this information that you pick up, however you pick it up, it's signs in there for each individual, each one of those things. The only reason that you don't have your head placed in that space is because you're not used to that. See, things we're not used to, we don't too much, they don't too much be on the top of the list. That's why that responsibility is on you, for you to open your eyes, for you to raise your vibration. Because you can know these things, but all it is a knowing, and you watching other individuals raise their vibration. You're responsible for yours. You're responsible for holding love, even if they holding hate. You're responsible for shooting straight, even if they're going behind your back. You're responsible for your own integrity. But see, the old energy didn't comply with that. See, every choice you make, every correction you make, it counts so much more than it used to. Because we're on this positive tilt of things. We're not on this negative tilt of things. It's almost like it used to be you could run across some information that you know was beneficial to you and it'll help you. It could come from a certain individual. You heard it. in one ear and out the other. Not everybody, but most individuals. And it's just not like that no more. You know, your brain doesn't think like that no more. So understand that where you at now is taking you to this place of control where you can stop aging. Because consciousness, the energy of consciousness, stops the aging process. Think about what you used to, how you used to be. You was operating just off of, the things you was aware of. You was operating just off of what you knew. Not only that, what you knew to be true. And that's why you gotta suspend a lot of it, because what you knew to be true is not all true no more. It was true for the times. Your intentions, always positive. Love, always within yourself. Imagine better. Imagine better for yourself. Just imagine a positive outcome every time. I know sometimes it's hard for you to lock it in like that because of your experiences, what you know to be, but you gotta suspend that. If you want the best for yourself, then you gotta envision the best outcomes for yourself. Why would it work any other way? Some of y'all feeling bad now because you've been hollering about you're sick, and you've been hollering about you're tired, and you've been hollering about this ache in you, and you got problems that you're complaining about. You got things that's taking a toll on your mental state. As long as it got anything to do with stress, anxiety, worrying and all that, that's things that you're responsible for getting rid of. This consciousness, listen to proper. This consciousness is to help you get rid of every single thing that didn't serve you. Every single pattern within your frame of mind that wasn't beneficial for you. It's taking you out of looking at the next individual with hate, jealousy, envy, anger. All these things are roadblocks. So you could be conscious all you want. When you get to fear and jealousy and all that, there's a stop sign right there. Spirit can't take that away. You gotta take that away. You gotta work through that. That's what working through it is. When you get through it, you realize it ain't so. Just as you working through the old energies, you've gotten within these lighter energies and high vibrational energies, and you understand them. It just wasn't so. That's what we succumbed to. That was the way of living human nature succumbed to. So you're being restored. Take that on that positive note. Keep it on a positive note. Let every note you write or read be positive. Take your energy, take yourself to and from. Watch your surroundings. Watch what you take in your ear, watch what you give out your mouth. Help somebody if you can. Give somebody some words of encouragement if you can. Prophet got words of encouragement. When you open your eyes, it's to remember and make it better. When you open yourself up, it should be for understanding and to love individuals. But when you close your mind off and yourself off, you truly put yourself in a rut. Be back with another video for you, man. Sky Prophet, baby. of everybody. Peace out.